GoFundMe. And the president says he's proud of his government shutdown. He says, I know people can just make do. In fact, I don't know if you saw what the Coast Guard said to their employees and other agencies. They said, hey, when you're not getting a paycheck, here's how you can supplement your income to get by. It says, have a garage sale. It says, clean out your attic, basement, and closets. At the same time, oh, let's just have a great time during the government shutdown. Give me a break, President Trump. You know what? Between flying from Mar-a-Lago to Trump Tower and the White House, this president can monopolize any of these hard-working federal employees. Now I'm going to end by emphasizing the point that Senator Warner made. This is a shutdown started by Donald Trump, but every day that it goes on, Mitch McConnell and the Senate Republicans are accomplices in this government shutdown. The reason is they have the power today to vote to open the government. The House 1 week ago, their first order of business, they said we're not going to mess around with anything else until we opened the government. They sent 2 bills to the United States Senate. Both bills that had bipartisan support from the United States Senate in the past. And that's why, just about an hour ago, a great partner and colleague from Maryland, Senator Cardin, and I went to the floor of the Senate with our other colleagues, Senator Warner, Senator Kaine, and all the others gathered here. And we said to Mitch McConnell, let's get consent. Because the Senate can give consent anytime it wants, and we all agree. Let's get consent to vote today, right away, on those 2 bills to reopen the government. And he said, you know, just can't do that. Because the president says he doesn't want to do that. Last time I checked, the United States Senate was a separate branch of government, and nobody should be contracting out their constitutional responsibilities or their votes to the President of the United States. Nobody should be doing that. Whatever on their hands is an accomplice and complicit in the shutdown. So let's end it. We can end it today. Keep your voices loud. Keep marching, because we know that in the end, justice will prevail here. Thank you for being part of this great cause. End the shutdown now.
Senator Ben Cardin of Maryland.
Brothers and sisters, I am proud to be here to stand with you and my other colleagues in unity to tell President Trump, stop holding America hostage to your politics. This has nothing to do about government from the point of view of security. It has everything to do with President Trump and the way he does business. Senator Warner's right. It's been a long 2 years. Every day we hear more and more things. This shutdown is outrageous, it's dangerous, and it has to end now. It's well beyond just the 800,000 that are being asked to work without pay or furlough without pay. We have the best federal workforce, the best government workers in the world that work on behalf of the American people. They do their work the best in the world. And they should be paid. The government should be open. There's no excuse for it. What makes this totally outrageous is that on 6 of the appropriation bills, they're not even involved in the president's wall debate. And yet the president's holding them hostage. They passed by over 90 votes in the United States Senate. As been pointed out, we're a co-equal branch of government. We not only have the votes to pass it, we can override the president's veto. Let's do it. 800,000. It's the people of America who are being denied the services they need. It's our economy that's suffering as a result of President Trump's policies. People are being hurt, and it's got to end, and it's got to end now. So our message is simple. If we can't convince the president that Mitch McConnell, give us a vote. We are united. We are together.
Sisters, please join me in recognizing the following members of Congress who have joined us today. Congresswoman Joanna Hayes, Connecticut 5th District. Senator Amy Klobuchar from Minnesota. Representative Tom Swayze, New York 3rd District. Representative Katie Hill from California. Congressman Don Beyer, Virginia 8. And now, we're going to please welcome American Federation of Government Employees President David Cox.
So here we are, brothers and sisters, out in the cold on a windy day to tell Mitch McConnell to stop hiding from reality and allow a vote to reopen the government, brothers and sisters. We all know there's a simple answer to this stupid mess that Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell have made. We know that the Senate voted unanimously for the Republican spending bills just 3 weeks ago. You've heard our senators tell us over and over, and nothing has changed then except what the right-wing people say on TV, that our president and Mr. McConnell are scared to death of them. Hey, brothers and sisters, they were elected to do a job, and by damn, they need to do it. I'd like to make sure that everyone knows that this effort at extortion is more of a lockout than a shutdown. We're either locked out of our jobs or we're locked into our jobs without pay. You know, maybe it's even more than an accurate description that I would say it's a shakedown, brothers and sisters. It's a shakedown. It couldn't be more of a shakedown if they were wearing a mask and a gun, I can tell you that. And what's being held hostage? Our tax dollars are being held hostage. The government programs we've all paid for are being held hostage. Our members' jobs and paychecks are being held hostage. Senators, Republican senators, do your damn job! Hey, don't be scared of the President of the United States! You were elected in your state! Do your job! You know, brothers and sisters, we're not scared. We're out here. Are you scared? Hell no!
Do your job! 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 Do your job!
A lot of people are suffering. They got bills to pay, children to feed.
But we're going to be fighting, we're going to be marching, we're going to be standing up, and we are going to make sure and hold Mitch McConnell accountable. Mitch, do your job!
Do your job! Do your job! Do your job! Do your job!
Do your job!
That knows firsthand what it is right now. He represents over 30,000 correctional officers throughout the federal prison system. They're forced to go to work in some of the most dangerous jobs in this country. They're working without pay. Eric Young, president of our Council of Prison Locals. Eric, come on now.
one that hurt Eric Williams, a young man at the height of his life in Pennsylvania. Also, we had drug dealers that plague our prisons that murdered our beloved Lieutenant Osvaldo Alvarate as he went home to his loving wife and 2 children. Our prisons are inherently dangerous, yet today we don't have enough correction officers to basically secure and other security and destructive threat groups inside those facilities. Particularly the old notorious MS-13 gang the president often mentions. Today, our prisons are operating despite these extraordinary conditions, using secretaries, teachers, and cooks to fill in behind mission correction officers. This administration has levied policies to underfund and freeze our security exchange commission. Yet today, we have more than 2,000 heroes still trying to go to keep this country safe. I want to remind Mitch McConnell what he stated less than a year ago. You said, Senator, we will see which senators make the patriotic decision to stand, talk for the American people, and who vote to continue to fund our government. Michelle? The American people will see which senator votes to shove aside veterans, military families, bringing children home, and entire country. You said, Senator, it is completely unfair to filibuster government every other priority. I repeat this
So have you been, are you not receiving a paycheck at the moment?
We're all furloughed at EPA. EPA got half a paycheck.
Security of this nation is our priority. The mechanisms that keep establishing this American government working. To know that we have the United States military.
My name is Elaine Suriano. I'm an environmental scientist at the Environmental Protection Agency.
And
Sir, we are
15. EPA had enough money to pay salaries for 1 week. And then as I think of the 29th at midnight, everybody at EPA that wasn't determined to be accepted, health and safety emergency, they are all on furlough. Approximately 15,000 people nationwide. Well, I'm angry. The American public expects the Environmental Protection Agency to protect their air and water and to make sure that issues that need to be addressed are addressed and that science is disseminated the way it should be, and it's not happening. So it's concerning because we have a job to do, and most of the people that work there are very dedicated. We work for the American people. We want to be doing our jobs. Right. I mean, I've talked to someone and I've asked them if I can get a loan for a mortgage if this doesn't, my mortgage payment if this doesn't end at the end of January. So, and if it continues longer, I'll have to go into my retirement money to pay the bills. The bills keep coming. They don't stop. And there's a lot of people that are much, much worse off than I am. All of our cleaning staff that works at EPA, they live paycheck to paycheck, and they are not being paid because they're not, the agency's closed.
People have been talking about how this is impacting every little decision they make every day.
I'm probably not as impacted as some people because I live alone, but the person I came with, she has a child. He goes to special school. She has to pay tuition and doctor bills. It's a serious issue. Most people that work for the government don't have lots of extra money. They may have a little savings, but most people live within a couple of paychecks of not having a lot of money in their account.
How would you like to see this all resolved?
I would like the people in the Senate recognize that they are there because the American people put them there, and that they should put the government back to work, and they can do their determining of how they manage border security and immigration, but they shouldn't be doing this to all the people that work for the government and all the people that depend on them to spend money in restaurants and in schools and contractors. I mean, it's not just us. It's probably triple the amount of people that are actually federal. And what about all the people who have to work and aren't being paid, like FAA and the prison guards and all that? It's not right to ask people to work, especially in dangerous jobs, and not be paid. That's a terribly demoralizing thing. And it's just clear that the administration doesn't understand. They don't understand normal people in real life, or they wouldn't do this. Sure. Sorry? I'm 62. I've worked for the federal government for 35 years. Suriano. I live in Falls Church. Sure. Thanks for covering it. I hope people pay attention.
I think they are.
Matthew Crichton.
Can you spell your last name?
Sure. Crichton.
And where do you work?
I work at Peace Corps 32.
What do you do at the Peace Corps?
I help manage a gifts and grants program that supports volunteers in the field around the country doing small grant projects.
And why are you here today?
Here to protest the furlough. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I'd really like the shutdown to end. I'd like to go back to work. I'd like to go back to doing my job and helping support the 7,000 plus Peace Corps volunteers around the world. I really love the work that I do for the Peace Corps, and having to spend these past 3 weeks sitting on the sidelines has been it's been difficult.
And difficult professionally?
Yeah, I have rent to pay. I just moved out to DC about 4 months ago for this job, so I haven't been able to save up as much as I'd hoped to. I got rent due at the end of this month. I have bills I need to pay in the meantime, and I'm not able to collect a paycheck. I'm ready to go to work, and I want to go to work, but I can't because they can't figure out how to fund the government.
People say the shutdown is shadowing sort of every decision they make every day.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we had talks the weeks leading up to the shutdown about how to get ready to shut down, how to let posts around the world know that need our support from headquarters, that they can't count on us during this furlough. And it was really tough telling volunteers and the people I work with in Peace Corps posts that they just need to wait for us to come back. They're all out there doing their job every day, volunteering for America, volunteering for the countries that they work in around the world, and they count on us at HQ to support them and help them, and most of us can't be there right now, and that's a shame. Yeah, I mean, I'm already on a pretty tight budget. Living in DC is very expensive. Affording an apartment in DC is pretty expensive. And, you know, not knowing how long this is going to last, I've really had to budget as much as I can and just say, okay, how do I not spend anything for weeks at a time? Because every day I don't know when the shutdown's going to end. It could go on another day, it could go on more weeks, it could go on for months. And how do you make the money you have saved up now last that long when you don't know how long it's going to last for? So my family knows I'm in a tough spot. They're ready to help out if they need to, but it's really a shame that I'm ready to go to work. I'm able to go to work, and I can't.
And is there anything else that you'd like to say about this issue that you don't think is getting out there?
I don't think that the American workforce should be held hostage to debate a border wall. I think there are ways to fund the government and keep things running and continue to have that debate in Congress, continue to have that debate with the president, and just not use us as bargaining chips or hold us and our paychecks hostage. There's a lot of great things that we do as government workers for the American people, for the president, for the Congress, and it's a shame that we can't do that now. We're being pushed off to the sidelines. Sorry? 32. Thanks. Is that okay? Sorry? Sure. That's okay. Yeah, it's hard to do anything with gloves on. Gotcha. It's just one T. So you had it right there. That's in this great political divide. Congress and the president must put aside their differences and work together and work together.
Stay where It's a chilled out dog.
Yeah, well, she's a pro. She's doing literally exactly what she's trained to do. So.
All right.
So, okay.
And if you could look at me and not at the camera.
Okay, that's fine. You might have to speak up a little bit because I do have a little trouble hearing in large crowds. I work at the Federal Communications Commission. I help enforce the laws, telecom laws. So if there's dangerous interference, let's say somebody's radio station is pumping out dangerous interference and it stops police radios or fire radios from working, my bureau is the one who's supposed to look into that. We're supposed to stop dangerous interference from happening, and that includes radar at airports, that includes weather stations, that includes so many things that we don't even think about in the background, all the telecommunications infrastructure in this country that helps this country run. And if that doesn't run, then we can't talk to each other, and then the electronic systems we rely on are subject to failure. So, and a lot of danger. And so we work hand in hand with agencies like the FAA to make sure that that airplanes have the radar and communications that they need as well. So we really work on the safety of the United States and to make sure that the infrastructure in the United States works the way it's supposed to for telecommunications. In the last 20 days, I haven't done anything. In the last 20 days, I've been shut out of my job, and we have not been allowed to do anything. I want to work. I want to go back to work. But right now, we can't even go in the building. Financially, it's hurting me and it's hurting my family. My wife's a teacher in the inner city, and she doesn't bring in enough money to support both of us. We're doing the best we can right now, but I have to rely on, and I'm lucky. I've got some family that helps us. I've got a credit card that I can rely on. We're a lot luckier than most people. But this is hurting us regardless, and it needs to stop. I want to go back to work. I want to serve my country. I've been working in the federal government for almost 10 years now, and I want to go back to work. And this is ridiculous. I want to keep my country safe. I want to serve my country, and we're just not being allowed to do so. I've been in touch with a couple of my colleagues, but really. Only through events like this. We're not allowed to use our internal email systems. We're not allowed to reach out to people unless we have their contact information outside. And so we're all doing the best we can. We're all just hunkering down and trying to take care of ourselves and take care of our families. And it's hard out there. Yeah, that's a political way of saying that he doesn't want to look bad. This shutdown could stop at any time, and like other shutdowns in the past, it literally can take an hour for the Senate to get together and draft something and have the House sign up, and it's Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump that are preventing this from going forward. I want to go back to work. I'm not. I don't care how it happens, but this is hurting everybody. And not only that, but in this area, when you hear about 800,000 federal employees, you also have to realize that those federal employees have families, and you have to realize that in this area especially, I've got dozens of friends who are federal contractors. Federal contractors aren't allowed to go to work. Those are additional hundreds of thousands of people in this area that rely upon the government and government services to do their jobs as well. And then you take those people out of the equation, and then local businesses in D.C., restaurants, hotels, supermarkets, you name it, we're all hurting here. We are all hurting here. This is beyond any specific party. I know people on both sides of the aisle. I know politicians on and representatives and who are sick of this. And it's hard on all of us. None of us want this. And it's basically we're subject to the tyranny of the very few who are just preventing this from continuing and for preventing us from getting back to work. And that's all we want to do is we want to work. I want to work. I want to serve my country. Absolutely. We haven't been able to save. We haven't been able to, we're not going out. We're saving our money as best we can. We're skimping here, saving there. I've got bills that I'm putting into I gotta pay later when I gotta pay later pile, and I'm using my credit card a lot more. And like I said, I'm really lucky. I'm more lucky than most, and I've got some family that can help me out. But this is most people don't. And I'm very grateful for my family, but I'm also really scared for my brothers and sisters who aren't able to work. And I've got friends and family who live and work over the seas for the federal government in the State Department, and they're not getting paid either, even though they're being required to report to their jobs. And that's scaring me as well. I've got a friend of mine who's an ATF agent who is putting his life on the line for dangerous things that he can't even tell me about. but he's doing investigations into criminal activity, and he's forced to go to work without pay also. So I know people all throughout this country who in multiple agencies who are really hurting by this, and this is not just DC. This is, people like to say, oh, it's just the government, it's just DC. No, this is hurting people throughout the country, and we can't take this much longer. Absolutely. Sit. So this is my service dog, Sasha, and I bring her to work with me every day. And one of the things that I love about my government job is that they've been very accommodating to me with my disability, and it's a lot harder to get a job in the private sector when you have a disability that is visible. And when you have to work with a service dog, people will often say nice things, but it's the rarity is that there's still discrimination that happens against hiring disabled people. It's a personal medical issue but basically my service dog serves as an early warning system for me and tells me if I'm going to be sick before I know if I'm going to be sick. My name is Daniel. I don't want to tell it because people will know because I've said my agency, but I'd rather not give my full name. I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 years old, and I'm just trying to support my family, and I want to support my country, and I want to go back to work. Thank you very much. Absolutely. She's working right now. So, yeah. Good girl, Sasha. Sasha, sit. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, Sasha. Oh. Thank you very much. Gonna sign something? Yeah.
Okay. Can I just get your number, Dave?
Sure. 202 680 2332.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
Welcome.
If we don't want to be on camera, we gotta split up to be diverse.
We're actually gonna march.
Okay. Other thing? Oh, sure. Okay. So, do you want me to stop being live? Oh, okay. Oh, so split up from him. Okay. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Why don't you turn that off? So they just want me to shoot as if I'm live. Okay. Are you cool holding that?
Yeah.
Right.
Are you?
Yeah. So do you want to, I guess if they march, I'll just go with them, right? Are we done together? If not, I'm going to try to stay. I want to be on that side when they march, if they actually do march. So we'll find each other. If not, we'll just run with it. Okay. All right.
do though. You have people that rely on you.
Well, I'm not in my household. I'm not married.
Straight from Philly, huh?
Right out of Philly. Now at risk. And the working people who make public service happen are facing uncertainty and hardship every single day. All they ask is the ability to continue to work, to fulfill their responsibility, to get the salaries that they have earned, and we will fight for that every single day because we ain't going nowhere.
Yes!
Let me turn the microphone over to one of those hard-working federal employees who is a research librarian in the U.S. Department of Justice. Give it up for Sister Denise Reddy, a member of Local 3097 Ashley Custom 20 right here in Washington, D.C.
As President Sondland said,
No.
whenever the people of the United States face
And also, you know, terrible news still coming up.
Yeah.
I almost want to say, like,
jobs like mine are behind the scenes. They are essential. Why are we service again for the U.S.
because I had one right now we have.
No, I don't know.
Like everyone else.
You know, you refuse to be buried in
Pretzels.
I'm not gonna.
Fresh soft pretzels.
is a unisex sign.
Everyone across this country needs to understand. This is not a game. It's about people's lives. It's about families and their future. It's about treating federal employees like human beings with the dignity and the respect that they deserve. All of you federal employees took an oath to our Constitution, to the United States of America, to do your valuable work for our country, and to go to work every single day, and to do it to the best of your ability. And the American people are missing out on the valuable work that you do and the valuable services that you provide. The American people need you on the job. And they need you to be paid to do your job.
Pay us now! 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 Pay us now!
I want to bring to the microphone one of NTEU's very special members. I want you to hear directly from him. So please welcome Tom Hall, who is an employee at the National Park Service. Everybody, please welcome Tom.
I can't do that. My name is Tom Hall. Also a member of NTEU Chapter 336.
I'm sorry. Sorry, man. No problem.
Take care of everyone.
You're not carrying a steady cam. It's easier.
I love my job.
No gyroscope?
And pulling weeds and making it all look good. I've met so many interesting people, and I have seen more than one public demonstration. These are playing and host activities and tours, and they have looked good. I hate being off work. Not only the park being ignored, but I am hurting financially. I count on you and every paycheck to pay my bills. You know what this is like to worry about keeping a roof over your head and food on your table. I'm worried about that every day right now. And it is not fair to me or you. I should be back at work and I should be getting paid for my time. I thank all of you for being here and listening to my story. I know I'm not alone, and that helps.
Some help? Do you see them?
I think we can help bring an end to this shutdown and to end it by working together, and I'm proud to stand with all of you to make this happen.
I just want to say, from a veteran who came here documented, me.
Wow. Which one's to pay?
In 1998, this goes to a draft dodger right there. I'm racist. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you.
sign this card. I've gotten 2 fuck yous, keep going, and one guy looked at me like he was going to kill me. This must be the counter protest. Card from Donald Trump telling me to keep going. Oh my God.
And I just want y'all to know that I'm one of those that's been affected because I have to pay for my health insurance out of pocket.
It's not
I have to pay for my medication.
I can pay
and because of this shutdown, I have not been able to do that. So I'm saying we need to get back to work. President Trump, end this shutdown now.
National Association of Government Employees President David Hallway.
That's okay, no, it's good information.
Brian's going to send an email.
I need to get rid of that.
I'm not receiving a paycheck through no fault of my own, other than being a paycheck.
I'm back at the...
What business guy?
I'm close. I'm near that Nissan white truck, which is in the drive. Okay, can you come down the sidewalk? I don't want to go too far away from some picture. I'm right here. I'm literally right here.
Having to explain this political stunt to a 5-year-old.
There's a white truck.
I hear the similar stories of people I work with.
What I saw too.
And for our family's future.
No, I haven't.
Saul or
No, I haven't me see anybody else I know.
I got least.
Great.
I figured that out.
Yeah, no, I
There you go. I guess.
And then I can contact them about if they have copies of their speech or video they need to send. What's up? Oh, so, okay. And then I'll just be
Thank you all
passing out.
for standing up and fighting back for justice in this country. It is unbelievable that we have the United States who is prepared to deny a paycheck.
You want the? I think they have it all.
And we can kind of wait till the very end on that. You know, as people are leaving, I'll ask them if they're interested in donating. And I kind of like, you know,
services to millions of Americans who need those services. So today we say to this president, grow up, do your job, end this shutdown. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage from the National Weather Service Employees Organization, Mark Pellerito.
Good afternoon. Hello, my fellow pawns. Let me be clear about something from the get-go here. This sunshine is brought to you by the National Weather Service Employees Organization. But we're still feeling the cold and biting wind of this shutdown. So, I just came off of 8 night shifts and then drove down here. Why would I do that to myself? Because I've seen the collateral damage that is being inflicted on my coworkers, and I need to share it with you. One in particular. Our newest employee, one of our newest employees, she's been on the job less than a year. And so, you know, she's just getting started and doesn't have a lot of money saved up. A few months ago, she had a seizure, followed by another seizure, both involving ambulances and diagnoses and follow-ups and medical bills. These medical bills are now due. It turns out they do not take IOUs. But she does. She's taking IOUs right now. She's working every day for no pay. Her doctor says it is possible that a seizure, an additional seizure, could be brought on by any stressful, high stress situation. And here we are. Is this stressful enough for her, do you think? What a travesty that her federal career begins this way. So, weather is a 24/7 gig. You know, at the Weather Service, we're there day, night, swinging shifts, whatever, working holidays, working weekends. We're up to that task, however. It's our mission, it's our passion, we love our jobs. And it's a calling to serve our country. It is difficult to serve our country to the best of our ability when we are distracted by things unraveling at home, not knowing when our paycheck is going to come. It's you know, I've heard us all described as pawns, right? We're pawns. We're powerless. Are we powerless? I think a pawn's a pretty good thing. Look at all these pawns. This is great. Look at us. This is awesome. You know what pawns do? They protect each other. And pawns march forward, one step at a time. And if enough of us do that and we keep protecting each other, even the most powerful pieces on the chessboard run out of moves. and they'll have no choice but to quit this silly game. So who's ready to march forward one step at a time? Thank you on behalf of the National Weather Service Employees Organization.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Are you ready for 30 more speakers? Are you ready to march? All right. First thing, I'd like to thank everyone who is standing on the stage, our members of Congress, our federal employees, our union presidents. If everyone will just bear with us just for a second, I have a few announcements. So I would like the folks on the stage to please exit this way and to follow this marshal. Thank you very much. So everyone, if you're facing me, I guess you look to your right. Look to your right. What do you see over there?
Folks, please keep the sidewalk clear.
That's where the White House is. Everyone, please don't start moving yet. Just look over there. Just look over there and look at that White House. In just a minute, we are going to march over there, and we are going to tell that White House what we think of this shutdown. That's right. But before we get started, I just would like to end with thanking all of the unions and all of the organizations that helped make this rally happen. The AFL-CIO, AFGE, ASME, AFT, APWU, EDA, FEA, the firefighters, the machinists, the electrical workers, IFPTE, NNP, the laborers, MEBA, NAGE, NTE, NALC, NEFI, NNU, the postal mail handlers, NTU, NWSEO, POPA, PASS, SIU, SEIU, SMART, SATCO, UFCW, and UPTO. The AFT Overseas Federation of Teachers, the Department of Professional Employees, and the Teamsters. All right. Okay, so we're starting to move a little bit. Just hold on. We're all going to the same place. So let's start with a little cheer.
That this is not right.
This country should not be because of this dispute between Congress and President Trump.
The line in here.
Who's good in the go?
Who's good in the go?
We've got a good crowd.
Do you think they're going to walk around?
Down in front.
Stop this shutdown now! What do we want? Stop the shutdown now! What do we want? Stop
Stop the shutdown now.
We're trying to get through.
Stop the shutdown now.
Yeah.
Stop the shutdown now. Stop the shutdown now. Stop the shutdown now.
We're going straight through.
Stop the shutdown now.
No paycheck. Donald Mix, do your job. Donald Mix, do your job. Donald Mix, do your job. Donald Mix, do your job.
This way.
This way.
You gonna go back?
We're gonna go straight.
Who wants to go straight? I can't go straight. I'm not saying This is the media outfit. This is the media outfit. No paycheck, no fees. No paycheck, no fees. No fees. No paycheck.
All right, we're coming this way. Hey, we're coming this way. We're coming this way.
No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace.
No peace. Check. No peace. Come on. No paycheck. No peace.
No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. No paycheck, no peace. I'm from Massachusetts. Do your job. 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 Open up the government. 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 Do your job. Enough is enough. Do your job.
Do your job. Enough is enough. Do your job. Enough is enough. Do your job.
Enough is enough. Do your job. Do your job.
Open up the government.
Do your job.
Open up the government. Do your job. Open up the government. Do your job. Open up the government. Do your job. Open up the government. Do your job. Open up the government. Do your job. Open up the government. Do your job. Open up the government. Do your job. Open up the government.
Do your job.
Open up the government.
Do your job.
Open up the government.
Do your job.
Open up the government.
Do your job.
Open up the government.
Do your job.
Open up the government.
Do your job. Do your job. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The shutdown has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. What the fuck? If you say something they don't want you to say, they'll get their goons on. Hey, hey! Watch them. Watch them. Shutdown has got to go. Yeah. I got it. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! All right. Hey, hey! Ready to go? Shut down now.
Jay, how many people did you hurt today?
Pay the workers, furlough Trump. 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 Stop! Furlough Trump. Pay the workers, 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 furlough Trump. We're going to go down the line out, and then we'll pay the workers, furlough Trump. Pay the workers, furlough Trump. Pay the workers, furlough Trump. Stop the shutdown now. 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 Stop the shutdown now.
Stop the shutdown now! Stop the shutdown now! Stop the shutdown now!
Stop the shutdown now. 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 Stop the shutdown now.
All right, now where do we go?
President Irwin, can you come this way?
All right, Kern. We need noise. We want him to hear us, y'all.
No, you guys have to move back.
And we need everybody back behind. Get in the line.
Move back. Please move back. Please move back.
Pay the workers, furlough Trump. 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 Pay the workers! 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 Stop the shutdown now! Stop the workers!
Pay the workers! Furlough Trump! Ready, we're ready, we're going right here, we're going to line up. We want him to hear us. Right here. Let's
close the USA!
Hey, hey, what do you say? Don't close the USA! Hey, hey. All right, push them behind us. All right, come on, come on. Give me a chance, somebody. Randy, give me a chance. Let's go. All right, we need you around behind, y'all. Come on, we need come on, Madeline, come on in. Come on, all of you, come on in. Come on. Push the members on around. All right. Amy, get on the bullhorn. Get on the bullhorn and push the members. We want the members lining up all the way down the street.
We want to work. 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 Stop the shutdown! 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 Stop the shutdown!
Brothers and sisters! All right, brothers and sisters, listen to me out there. Brothers and sisters, this house belongs to the American people. Yeah! We've got a right, and we'd like them to be single file, as close up to the fence as we can go, and just walk, brothers and sisters. We're doing nothing that we don't have a right to. This house belongs to the people, but this is a big crowd. I need you helping me out. Single file, move out on the fence. Go, all right? Go to the fence. Single file, go. Members of Congress, let's just move right straight back. Let's go and let's walk. Single file, let's go. Push it out. Spread a big line. Help me. Marshals, help me. Push them out in a single line. As far as you can push it, all the way around. All the way around. We want to work. Single line. All the way around. What's up? Hey, see you today. Single line. All the way around. Single line. Keep going, please. Single line. All the way around. Come on. Single line. All the way around. Single line. All the way around. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Cheer on these.
We want to work.
want to work. We want to work. We're paid. We want to work. We're paid. We want to work. We're paid. We want to work. We want to work. We're paid. 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 We want to work. We're paid.
Federal government opened back up because some of the Republicans wanted the federal government to open back up. But Mitch McConnell will put the bill on the floor to open it to come to a vote. Mitch McConnell will do it.
なんか我々が主人としてみんな活躍してる感じが。That's a great thing.
United States.
Yeah, it is, brother.
We want to get a service. 27 for these two members. I got it. We want jobs. 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 Recommending we want jobs. We want jobs. We want jobs. We want jobs. We want jobs.
sure enough.
I know that. Thank
And if
you.
he calls for the emergency order, we'll open the government and we'll just have to sue him on the order. But we want to work.
We want to work.
I was just on the floor managing the ag bill to open up ag, and we're going one by one for all these federal workers because tomorrow we know that they will not have a check. We are sending members home to tell our TSO officers, thank them, and our air traffic controllers because they have the security of the nation, the real security of the nation in their hands. So I just want to thank you very, very much. I ran down here so that I could do it in between votes to say that we are with you. I'll let the folk know that you are here and we are you. We are working for access to credit unions, to access to government workers, as you well know, the letters, and I made myself available to any of my government workers. I will call utilities, mortgage, anybody personally, but we want to open the government now.
So just tell me and also what organization.
We'll catch you in a bit, bro. You gotta watch out for this thing. So much. We gotta get a jacket on.
Tomorrow at 2:30 at London Park right here, we'll be doing a witness because tomorrow is the 17th anniversary of the opening of the contact prison.
you win.
Alright, guys.
It was a good, that was a good rally. We'll do this again sometime.
And the ridiculousness of how our government employees are being treated. Tomorrow, 2:30. Tomorrow, 2:30.
Sure. Can I get your full name and spelling? Sure. Demetrius iOS.
So when are we going to go see Mitch McConnell?
No, I think we should invite them into that. We also. Continuing resolution.